Sullivan Dock, home to the independents of LFT 133, and they are hopefully going to buy some beryllium from me for a nice tasty profit. I'm Commander Obsidian Ant, and I've been out here now for a few days looking for opportunity. I'm a little low on credits and I've spent far too much on this ship, not to mention having taken far too many risks. Things haven't panned out too well, and I fully intend to turn things round a bit. I'm hoping these guys will pay a fair amount for the beryllium I've got, and then I'll be looking for a commodity to take back to the system I've just came from, LHS 142. A two-way run is always the most efficient, but sometimes it has to be a three-way or even a four-way run. Where is this beryllium? Okay. Not too bad at all, 1300 credits per unit, so that translates to a reasonable profit, which in turn means I can buy more commodities here to take back. Now I've still only got 10 cargoes, or 10 units of cargo. I'm going to have to upgrade that at some point, but I don't have just enough cash at the moment to do that. What have we got here then? So I'm looking for something that can net me at least the same amount of profit on the return run, although it's possible it might have to be significantly less. You can't always make huge profit both ways. And it's also very much dependent on what sort of products this station stocks. So crop harvesters, they don't look too bad, do they? It's at least 500 credits a unit profit. You're going on the galactic average there. It's possible that LHS 142 might pay more. There is a whole lot of stations in that system, and I do believe one of them is an agricultural station. Although it looks like marine equipment is going to pay quite a bit more. It's 700 to 800 credits profit, assuming of course the station will pay that amount. They might pay a lot less. So it's looking like it is going to have to be marine equipment. And yes, they are exported to LHS 142, it says over there on the right. So I don't know if I can buy 10 units. So yep, I can. I do have enough for that. Brilliant. Right, time for that return trip then. I think I will head to Vodok first in the hopes of making this a two-way trip. They might purchase this commodity, they might not. As I said, there's a number of other stations there, so I may have to move on after docking at Vodok, but at any rate, let's get out there and have a look. A very brief visit to LFT 133 then. Now I'm here, I think I'm going to actually regret not checking what products they purchase before I actually left previously. But let's see, maybe it's all good. Where are they? Marine equipment. And no, they have absolutely zero interest in that. We can sell the items at lost, but I'm not about to do that. So, yeah. I guess that means I'm going to have to head to the next station. Now this is an agricultural station and it would have made much more sense to have come here first. But we are here now. Hopefully it was worth the effort. What have we got? Oh, just 400 credits a unit. That's a far cry from the 800 I was actually hoping for. But nevertheless it's 5,000 or 4,000 credits profit. So I guess it's not a total loss. Now the question is there anything to return back the other way? I would like to go back to Vodok and get some beryllium to take back to Sullivan Dock again, as that was a significant amount of money, but it looks like that's a bit of a bust. There is some missions here, but they're not that rewarding, are they? I guess this one was a bit of a loss. And the option now are to head to another station and look for a better trade route, or at least go to these stations that we know are definitely going to make some money. And I know for a fact I can get a good profit from the beryllium of Vodok, unless of course there is something here I may have missed. They don't really supply a lot of stuff, so does depend what they purchase though, doesn't it? Well, I think it's going to have to be back to Vodok and in the beryllium, and maybe after that head out to a whole new system and look for something a little bit more profitable than what we got here, as there's certainly not anything here that worthwhile. This can be a problem with trading. It happens from time to time. You spend an excessive amount of time travelling around looking for, well, I will do that mission, I think. Yeah, you spend an excessive amount of time travelling around looking for a trade route, and eventually you come across something very significant, netting yourself a whole ton of cash. But that's it for now. Let's get going. The population of this station obviously aren't all that busy. They don't have that much work to give out, and they don't seem to want that many products. God knows how they survive out here. Back here again then for some more beryllium. I just love the lighting of this system. It's one of the reasons I've chosen to make this system home for a little while. They've got a couple of stations here very close to the sun. Quite a friendly place, if you will. But just look at that lighting. Absolutely gorgeous. At some point I guess I'm going to have to take a look at re-outfitting this ship. It's currently only got a measly 10 cargo units of space, and although that's not really a problem at the moment due to the small amount of cash I have on hand, at some point, if I'm going to carry on trading, I'm going to have to think about increasing that storage space. At least that's the plan. I may try my hand at other opportunities out here. It's a vast place and there's a lot of things going on out here. As with most places in this galaxy, there's quite a number of pilots willing to attempt to shoot you down to try and steal your cargo, and in some cases merely shoot you down just for the fun of it. And, you know, trying to take them on and getting the bounty vouchers is always a good option to getting yourself a significant amount of money quite rapidly. Right, I think that does it. We can head back to Sullivan Dock again then. Well, long distance hauls can actually take quite a bit of time. Fortunately, these stations are very close to the drop-off point once we enter these particular systems. Oh, interdiction. Who is this? Looks like a pirate. I'm gonna stop here and submit. Take the guy on, although I do have a cargo hold full of goods. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that radar down there and ensure that whoever is doing this isn't too much of a serious threat, because otherwise I'm going to run. Right, we've got a Cobra. Well, I've got a Cobra as well, so like for like, you're going down. The danger's out here, eh? Still, I could have just been a cargo loader at a station, I guess. Oh. Both losing our shields at a relatively equal pace here. I'm going to have to use a shield cell bank. Hopefully he hasn't got any. His shields are down. Good. Right. Let's see if we can get him back in front of us. This guy is going to wish he hadn't stopped me in a minute. This is not the end, he says. I'm afraid it is the end for you, mate. Although, that said, you're pretty good at pounding my shields here. I think I'm going to need some shield upgrades. I have fitted some class 3 shields to the ship, and that was obviously a mistake, seeing as a Cobra normally can carry class 4, but the shield cell banks should carry me through for now. And our laser fire has certainly eaten away at his hull, although it's looking like his shields are going to be back up any second now. Let's try and get him down before that happens. Nope. Well, they're not going to stay out for long, that's for sure. I just won't be surprised if he tries and runs for it very shortly. Did he just drop something? He's dropping his cargo, isn't he? That's not going to stop me. Probably blasted his hatch open. Nope, you're not going to escape. You should not have stopped me. This is what happens. Let it be known that anyone who attempts to stop me will meet with the same fate. And a nice bit of bounty there. Right, now I can resume the course I was on before I was so rudely interrupted. Now let's try and offload this cargo as well as cash in that bounty voucher. This is a very dark system. They've got a little neutron star right at the centre there. Got to watch it when you jump in here. I've nearly crashed into it a few times. It's got a huge gravity well, so you've got to try and zero your throttle before you enter the system. Nowhere near as beautiful an area as its neighbour, but oh crikey. Now this is why these people are not that friendly with me. I'm sure they mock me a heck of a lot behind my back. I think we're probably going to have to buy some more munitions here. Yep, 2,500 credits worth. Well, that's not too much of a problem because we actually got way more than that on that bounty voucher. Which, you know, it actually begs a question, doesn't it, as to whether I should perhaps have been doing bounty hunting right from the start. At least until I can build up enough cash reserves to take a more serious look at trading. Certainly something worth thinking about if it's going to offer that sort of cash. Anyway, that Iridium isn't going anywhere on its own, so I guess it's time to sell it. And then see what cash total that brings me up to. 35,000 credits for now. We got a little bit of Iridium to sell. Again for roughly the same profit per unit. And we're now at 80,000 credits, so not a bad haul all in all. Right then, I'm going to head back out there and give some thought to my future opportunities. Stars. The power source of life, the very energy that drives everything within our galaxy. But here, within the heart of civilized space, there is a beauty, both natural and man-made. Here, we are the source of power. I set out with the intention of claiming some of that power, but maybe trading isn't the answer just yet. I know the answer is out there somewhere.